Standard 7th, Subject English. Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with our poem Tree, The Shed by Frank Flynn. Let us start with the introduction of the author. Francis Stanislaus Flynn, also known as Frank Lynn, was a Northern Territory-based Australian doctor, author, and missionary priest. He is notable for his contributions to religion and medicine. He was born on 6th December 1906 and educated in Sydney, receiving MBBS with first class honours in 1930. So let us start our poetry, The Shed. Do you know what a shed is? Let me tell you. A shed is a small room away from the main house for storing or keeping things, animals, tools, vehicles, etc. So these type of sheds, it is mainly found in nowadays, mainly found in villages and all, where the main house is there and beside that there will be a small shed, and in that shed people they store different kinds of things, or they have different animals in that. They take care of animals and keep the animals in this shed. So this type of sheds, they are mainly found in villages and they are used to keep things, animals, tools, vehicles, etc. safely in this place. So let us see what the poet has to say about the shed. There's a shed at the bottom of our garden with a spider's web hanging across the door. The hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. When I am in bed, I lie and listen. I will open that door one day. So the poet he is mentioning that there is a shed at the bottom of poet's garden, and the poet is describing that there is a spider web hanging across the door of that shed. The hinges, so the meaning of hinges, it is the joints of door. So the iron thing with that nuts, 2 3 nuts, it has been there, which has been there placed on the door, 3 different places on the door, corner of the door, and it joins the door and it allows it to move or open. So that is known as hinges. So he mentions that the hinges are also now become very rusty. Rusty means the iron has become so old that the iron, it has been getting in small pieces. It has become rusty, and it is making the creaking sound when the wind blows. And as the hinges and the door, it moves with the help of the wind, the shed and the door, it has become so old that when it moves, it is making the sound. Then the poet further adds that when he lies on his bed, he can hear the creaking sound, and then he mentions that one day he is going to open that door. So when he hears that creaking sound while laying on his bed, he thinks that, or he just imagines that one day he is going to that shed and he is going to open the door of that shed and see what is there inside. There's a dusty old window around at the side with 3 cracked panes of glass. So the poet tells us that there is an old window which is fully covered with dust, as nobody or no one goes there to the shed and cleans it around. Because of that, the shed as well as the windows, it is fully covered with dust. And this windows which has been there, it is having three cracked panes of glass over there. So as you can see in the picture given over here, so three window panes are there and it is been cracked. I often think there is someone staring at me. Each time that I pass, I will peep through that window one day. And the poet feels that whenever he is passing from near that shed, or when he is going to the shed for any reason, he often feels that somebody is staring at him. And that is also from where the person or the he is imagining the thing, it is the person he is staring from that broken window. So whenever the poet passes from near that shed, he imagines that somebody is staring at him through the window. And the poet he further mentions that one day he would like to find out who lives there in that shed and who is peeping through the window. Whenever the poet passes from there, who is peeping through the window, he would like to find out one day. My brother says there's a ghost in the shed who hides under the rotten floorboards. So, according to the poet's brother, he tells the poet that there is a ghost inside that shed who is hiding under the floorboards. Floorboards means a long plank or a piece of wood for making the wooden floor. So in old houses and all, the floor, it is made up of wood. So wooden planks are used to make the floor. So according to poet's brother, he used to tell the poet that if he's going to enter that shed, the ghost will be coming out from that floor. And if I ever dare to set foot inside, he will jump out and chop off my head, but I will take a peek one day. And further, the poet's brother tells him that if the poet dares to enter the shed, the ghost would chop off his head. Chop off means cut his head. But despite all these warnings given by the poet's brother, the poet wishes that he would surely one day he is going to peep inside the shed. So, though this much warning is given by his brother not to go to that shed, but then also the poet thinks in his mind that one day he is surely going to go to the shed and he is going to peep inside the shed. I know that there isn't really a ghost. My brother tells lies to keep the shed for his den. So the poet knows that his brother is telling lies about the stories of ghosts, and he actually knows that he is just making the poet not to go over there to the shed, because that shed the brother wants to keep it for himself. So he is just making the poet afraid by telling him that there is a ghost in the shed, so the poet should not be going over there. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises, and the spider has been gone from his web since I don't know when. I will go in that shed one day soon, but not just yet. So the poet, he no longer feels or he hears any strange noise, or he doesn't feel that anyone is staring at him any more. And further he mentions that the spider too, which was there hanging on the door of that shed, it has also gone away from that web. So now the poet, he is mentioning that he has overcome the fear. So he was very much afraid of the spider which was hanging on the door, as well as the feeling that somebody is staring at him through the window, or when he was lying on the bed, at that time he used to hear the creaking sound. That all sound, strange noises and all these things, it used to make the poet feel fear of all these things. But now he has overcome all those fear, and he is mentioning that now I know that nobody is staring it at me, or there is no strange noise, as well as the spider which was having the web over there, that spider has also gone away from the web. So now I'm very soon I will be going inside that shed and I will see what is there inside. However, at the last he mentions that this can't happen very immediately. So he mentioned, but not just yet. So though he is mentioning in the above lines that there is nobody staring, or he no more fears anything, but then also from this last line he just mentioned that he is one day going to search the place, or he is going to peep inside the shed, but that is not going to happen any soon, or it is not going to happen immediately. So I hope you all enjoyed this poetry and understood it clearly. Home assignment: write down these question answers in your notebook. Thank you for watching this video.